Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the men and women working at nursing homes here in the Commonwealth celebrate how far they've come since the beginning of the pandemic. And Kentucky artists are given the chance to have their work shown at the state capitol.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. It's almost 6 o'clock here on this Tuesday morning. I'm Dakota Makris. I'm back with you after a short little time off. Let's take it over to Brandon, who has complained all morning he doesn't know what a vacation is. So
I do know what it is.
No, you don't.
I just haven't had a chance to take one.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Oh, well, I'll fill in for you. You can take off.
There you go.
I can do it.
No, I can't now. There's too much going on the rest
That's
of this
true.
month. So there you go. All right, let's get into the forecast this morning. We're seeing again a lot of action out there when it comes to the sunrise this morning. Taking a look at the camera there at the Mountain Parkway on the Wolf Pound County line. You can't see it yet because we've not transitioned over, but trust me, not a cloud in the sky, sunshine on the way up. That's why we can even see that camera because it's getting so light out there this morning. 42 Clintwood is a cold spot. 59 in Jackson, 60 in Pikeville are warm spots. Of course, those are up higher on the ridges. A lot of folks there in the low to mid 50s and upper 40s. Hazard at 48, Harlan at 49. 71 already out toward Paducah this morning. 64 Owensboro, 63 in Nashville, 45 in the Tri-Cities, 46 in Ashland, 59 in Lexington and Jackson. 75 the average, 83 is the forecast, 87 the record set back on this day in 2015.
We have some breaking news this morning out of Powell, Pulaski County. An overnight house fire has left at least one person dead and another injured. The fire was reported at a home on Liberty Road off Highway 70. The injured person was flown to a hospital to be treated in a burn unit. We'll give you any updates once more information becomes available. Well, Kentucky State Police are investigating a deadly weekend crash in the Lackey community of Knott County. Troopers say they received a call around 11:30 Saturday night. When they arrived, they found a car overturned in a nearby creek with no one inside. Troopers, along with Kentucky Fish and Wildlife, began searching the water. On Sunday afternoon, they found the body of 31-year-old Charles B. Moore of Mousy. He was pronounced dead at the scene by the Knott County coroner. A lawn mowing accident killed a man in Whitley County. It happened Sunday night on Wells Lane between Corbin and Williamsburg. The coroner says Joel Dixon was operating a zero-turn mower when it hit wet and uneven terrain, causing the mower to flip. Dixon died at the scene. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers say human remains have been found in 19 unmarked graves at the planned site of the Ford Battery Plant in Hardin County. Well, they say the unmarked cemetery must be moved in compliance with Kentucky law, but it isn't expected to delay the plant's timeline. They say a previous burial relocation happened in 2003, but the Corps says it was not involved. People in Pulaski County are still cleaning up after Friday's storms. The National Weather Service confirmed an EF1 tornado touched down. The fire chief in Burnside says his community had no warning and they have no tornado sirens. Allie Blake talked with the chief about the plan to protect the community during future storms.
It's a quiet day here in Pulaski County, but that wasn't the case on May 6th when a tornado touched down across the lake, leaving trees damaged and homes destroyed. That's when the Burnside Fire Department sprang into action.
It was pretty hectic, but we actually managed it pretty well. It functioned pretty smoothly as far as the fire side goes.
James Martin is chief of the Burnside Fire Department, and they were originally responding to a camper fire when the winds picked up and the clouds got dark.
Once after the fire, we got notified of the tornado coming through, so actually we had crews break off and go assist with the road department.
The damage from the storm spanned over 3 miles, starting in Bronson before moving across the lake and then through Burnside, affecting neighborhoods and the local speedway.
We're actually working on a weather alert system here for the city. We're in the process of getting tornado siren installed here for the city.
The city does not currently have tornado sirens, but because there wasn't a warning during the time of touchdown, the sirens wouldn't have alarmed anyways. That's why it's important to stay weather prepared.
Pretty much just pay close to those weather alerts. I mean, sometimes people look at them and they don't, really read a lot into them, but sometimes those alerts can save your lives.
While it still will take a while for people to pick up the pieces, officials are just fortunate that most of the county was left unscathed. In Pulaski County, Allie Blake, WKYT.
Well, the chief says their tornado sirens should be installed in the coming weeks in Burnside. The Big South Fork National River and Recreation Area will help people wanting to visit or do some minor cleanup at remote cemeteries in the park on May 27th and 28th. People who are physically unable to walk around trip will be provided transportation from a designated area on a first-come, first-served basis. Big South Fork is located in northeastern Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear presented $750,000 to Bath County to improve emergency services. Bath County will partner with the Bath County Ambulance District to construct a new ambulance service building in Owingsville. The building will include 4 large bays, laundry and equipment storage, and a washroom. The city of Salt Lick received more than $70,000 to add sidewalks along a section of U.S. Highway 60 from the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet's Transportation Alternatives Program. The project near the city's Valero Station is the first of several planned improvements. This week is National Nursing Home Week. People at the Owsley County Comprehensive Care Center spent the day yesterday celebrating and remembering. Debbie Clemens, a registered nurse and MDS coordinator for the Owsley County Comprehensive Care Center, says the center was hit especially hard by the pandemic. She says 14 people living there died of COVID.
It's been very tough for us. It's been very hard on our staff and our residents. We had a loss during the COVID.
Clemens says she is thankful that COVID cases are declining, but that they are still following CDC guidelines at the center. She says that she believes Owsley County Comprehensive Care Center has not had a COVID case since November. The pandemic forced all of our lives to change, but no more so than those living in nursing homes. WYMT's Keaton Hall has the story of how one nurse is using the power of music to bring joy to those who can't care for themselves.
Annabelle Abner was given a special gift from her grandfather at an early age, a ukulele.
My pappy, he passed away, and so it's just something like I feel connected with him still. And he loved listening to me play with it, and it's just crazy to think like I started out, like I'm self-taught with it, so I started out knowing nothing, and then like I play songs for him, you know.
Abner is a dual major at Hazard Community and Technical College. She's studying nursing, and she's working on being a professional studio artist. She's been dubbed the singing nurse by her peers at the School of Bluegrass. Scott Napier directs an ensemble that Abner sings in.
She showed promise early on in high school with her songwriting and performing on the ukulele. And then she showed up at the school and has been a huge asset to us, and direct the ensemble that she's in called the Mountain Songbirds.
Abner began her nursing career at the Owsley County Comprehensive Care Center, helping seniors with their day-to-day lives and occasionally singing to them. Abner had to leave Owsley County to follow her dream of being a nurse.
I was so excited when they reached out to me, like, they all miss you, can you come back and sing for them? And I was like, I'd absolutely love to. But I knew, like, you know, it'd be hard to do it on my own, so I asked Scott and Virgil if they could come with me.
Monday, Abner returned to the Owsley County Care Center to sing for the first time since she left, something the folks there were very grateful for.
We wish her the best in her career. We do miss her, and we thank her for when she was here, the great work that she did.
Still playing a ukulele, like her grandfather had hoped.
You know, something as simple as that can like cheer someone up, but it really does. Like when they're sick and you're in their room and you just sing to them, they start singing back, and you know, I cry with them and we laugh with them, and it's just, it means so much to me.
Bringing joy and healing through the power of music. In Owsley County, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Annabelle says she can't wait to graduate from nursing school, and she says she hopes to one day be a midwife. Kentucky artists are invited to submit their work to possibly go on display at the state capitol. Governor Andy Beshear says selected art will be displayed for 6 months in the 2 main halls of the Capitol and on the Team Kentucky Digital Art Gallery before being returned to the artists. The deadline to submit artwork for consideration for the fall 2022 exhibit is June 3rd, and pieces will be displayed from July 1st through the end of 2022. More than 260 charities, including several right here in the mountains, are gearing up for a day of online fundraising this week. Today begins the 10th annual Kentucky Gives Day. The 24-hour giving campaign gives the participating organizations the chance to raise as much money as they can. The link to donate is up on your screen. The event is hosted by the Kentucky Nonprofit Network, the State Association of Charities. The association's year-end survey of Kentucky's nonprofits found that many charities are still struggling to juggle an increased demand for services, workforce shortages, increased cost, and for some, fewer donations.
6:08 here on this Tuesday morning, and the forecast very nice for this time of the year. We're looking at temperatures again in the 40s, 50s, and even no more 60s right now. We had Pikeville and Jackson at 60. They're still pretty close there in the upper 50s. Logan too, but again, higher elevations, that warm air rising this morning. We're looking at 42 in Clintwood to 59 in Jackson and Logan, our kind of range this morning. Most spots are a little bit warmer than they were this time yesterday, but Harlan and Ashland a couple of degrees colder than this time yesterday. 83 this afternoon. Very nice day out there. More sunshine across the board. And as we look ahead, now we do have warm conditions sticking around for a few more days. More sunshine as well. But you see, I've taken the question mark off of weekend showers because I do think we're going to see some at some point a little bit later on this week and this weekend. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. It is almost 6:10 when we come back here on Mountain News this morning. A nationwide manhunt for an Alabama inmate and corrections officer meets a deadly end. Stay with us.